Hello everyone, this is Iron Mark 3, and welcome to Rebuild 3, Gangs of Deadsville. I got asked what I'm doing, and so I'm on here to quickly show you the game, and quickly show you the city that I have currently been working on. Rebuild 3 is the latest in the Rebuild series, the first two games being free Flash games, to the best of my knowledge. At least you can play them for free. And it does look like a mobile port, but that's just because of its humble origins. It is actually quite nice. The main addition to Rebuild 3 is actually a story mode in here, which lets you play around and get further along in a overarching storyline moving from city to city. Each city getting more difficult, so having more factions or other victory conditions as you go. Right now I'm on the third city at the moment. There's Seattle there, and it kind of got... I don't think it got nuked, but it looks like it did from the state of it, so I don't know. I've only been using the default names for these cities because I'm curious to see what it'll come up with. So yeah, let's load up my current city. Welcome to Moses Lake. This is my fortress inside the city. It's quite nice. It's big enough to let me build City Hall, which is... it used to be the end game objective for the series, but now it's often a midpoint, because in these maps you also have to deal with rival factions like this one over here. And so I'm going to have to build that. No, I didn't mean to move you. Get back to farming. Thank you. I'm going to have to build that and then deal with the other factions on the map, which I'm actually starting to do at the moment. The problem is that I'm choosing to do that actually by war this time out. And these factions can be quite dangerous because they spawn these guardian units, which they act the same way as zombie mobs, except they move to attack you if you are at war with the opponent. They've also got these raiders, which move in and steal items or supplies from you, and they're actually much harder to stop than even these guys are, and these guys are pretty tough as well. And they also spawn trade units, but only if you're being peaceful and friendly with them, which, given my reputation, is at what, 9% respect? Not really the case here, because I'm trying to wipe these guys out. That said, I've not taken a single tile from them. But meanwhile, my fort actually used to expand up here. It had these buildings here, it had a couple down here, and they had a load of armies, but I declared war not long ago. And they all kind of surged me and acting like mobs. They took over the sites and then just disappeared. So they spawn at a slow rate. If you declare war on one of these factions, you will get a massive surge, and you'll likely lose some stuff. Though that said, I've not really lost much. I've only lost some forward defensive positions, and that's about it. The rest of my stuff is okay. And once I've got this immediate zombie problem sorted out, I have got, actually, an army of soldiers ready to go in. So yeah, I'm going to turn the tide pretty soon. That's the last military force as far as I know. What else? What was I going to say? Well, the improvements from the previous Rebuild series, it really is, part of it is the continuation from previous maps in the campaign. You can bring forward a number of survivors and their equipment. So that's why I've got a level 18 builder running around up here. A level 9 researcher, which I've not really needed much, to be honest, until this stage. My main leader is level 12, but this level 12 soldier also came with me. And little things like that. Another addition is the fact that you can actually speak to the survivors. They've got a bit of a backstory worked up. You can have kids in the game and they'll grow up to be another survivor if you have them long enough. Though until they do, you've actually got a stat penalty on it. Let's just talk to this guy. Because when you talk to someone, it gives you a little bit of a story about it, and then you get to choose one of 3 perks, which gives them a bonus. Hal is... well, I'm using him as a woodcutter at the moment to gather some extra materials. Also new to this game. So this one is Tool Expert, doubles skill bonus from tools. That's a really good one. That's why my other guy is so high. So I'm going to pick that. Though that said, his equipped tool is actually the child, so That's not so good. Yeah, here we go. Another change is you can give everyone 2 items. A standard item which gives a bonus usually to something like building or scavenging. This one is +3 leadership, +1 defense for a flare gun. That's nice. And then you've got weapons which can also, well, they usually give defense, but they can also give things like recreation on that for a perk. Nunchucks, which just place melee. A shovel gives you extra scavenging. Sledgehammer gives you extra building. Stuff like that. You know, just mix and match, build up your characters as you go. You don't get perks for your own character, but your own character can actually learn all skills, and it's constant as well. So getting your main character built up can really help a lot. But as you can see, I've got level 12.5 scavenger on my main character. So, you know, that's going really well. She's my scavenger. And she's also learning a bit in the other disciplines, but not too much. So she's not that useful in other places. Like any good zombie survival thing, you fight back the zombies, you expand your fort, you take care of everything you've got. You need to watch your mood of your survivors. If they get unhappy, they start defecting or causing problems and things like that. You've got to watch your food for your survivors, because if that runs low, people get sick or they start dying or just leaving, stuff like that. And you've got building supplies, which lets you reclaim new areas of the city. You can gather it now in this game by harvesting anywhere with trees, so you can harvest from these woods at the edge of the map, harvest from parks, and you can scavenge from any other buildings just to see if they've actually got some in there or not. You've also got bullets, which is actually a semi-important resource, to be honest. If you use guns for your people, they tend to be better than the melee weapons in terms of defense boosts. But when your survivors engage with them, they use ammunition. That is important. So when those run out, those guns actually gives no benefit whatsoever. So you have to switch to melee weapons then. What to say? Yeah, that's one other important thing. You can play this game in turn-based mode, just like you can in the previous games, but there's something else. You can play it in real time as well. It's actually more efficient to play it in real time because as characters level up on the skills, they don't take precisely a day to do their tasks. So it's better to have it in a fairly high setting, not the highest because that you'll tend to miss things in that one. But I play it on this one, second highest, and I can keep track of how people are doing on the tasks and very quickly reassign them. So it maximises the efforts of my survivors and makes it easier for me to control everything. And if I play on a hard difficulty, that will be a must-have, rather than relying on just going by turns, because that advances the time one day every single time you use it. Let's just go forward. So yeah, this is my base at the moment, as I was saying. It's got a lot of police centres, it's got banks, which are another version of police centre, extra defence, and I've been upgrading them with these defensive structures. Are you finished over there? Good. Oh, here comes an attack. My man's so strong enough to actually deal with them. Yeah, this is something else that's new. Depending on who you've got there and what else you've got, you can choose different options to different options to try and change the difficulty, change what happens. Like, I've got a default of 9% if I just let my survivors deal with it. I can let my leader lead them away. It'll reduce the danger to everyone else, but I might hurt my main character. Or, if I want to take an extra risk, I can try to steal one of the weapons off them and get an item. This one I'm just going to let them survive it. It's only 10%, so, yep. They attack. I shoot back. Ha ha ha. Upgrade complete. Okay, that's a high defense there. These things actually spread defense to neighbouring territories as well, so... yeah, 32 defense on there at the moment, which is really nice. I really should have upgraded these before I started attacking them, but oh well. It's my first time playing it to attack the AI, so I didn't really know what was going on. But even with this ridiculous stack of soldiers, as you can see there, it's still risky to attack the enemy fort. I mean, yeah, look at that. What does it say on that? 17% danger. That's not as bad as I thought it was, but it's still a fair threat. Things are falling apart. Fix the wall. Yeah, that's something else. Sometimes you get random events and you need materials or resources to deal with something. I could build a new wall for 3 materials. I can fix the wall because I've got a level 7 builder. Do that. You've got nothing short of extraordinary. Using some old thumbtacks, twine and a bit of chewing gum, he's managed to lash the bits of the old wall together and make an all-new zombie-proof barrier. If I had to put money on a meeting between a Mack truck and that barricade, I'd be going with the wall all the way. So yeah, basically, that is a really nice one. I like it. It's because it's a reference to MacGyver and how he could make everything out of nothing, pretty much. Something you really do need in a post-apocalypse world like this. So I've just got a resource influx. I've just completed some research. 10% chance of better chance of injury instead of death, which is nice. I've not actually lost anyone in quite a while. Yeah, look, yeah. During the attack, my main soldier guy just got hurt. Yeah, he regrets it. Made some bed rest up. I think it was out. This guy actually has a perk which means he'll take a hit instead of someone else, so he's most likely to get hurt if he attacks in a big force. But the fact is that normally I'd be trying to be peaceful in a game like this, trying to survive the zombies. I mean, zombies are bad enough, but I'm playing this map to conquer, so that's why that's happened, and my survivor's got knocked down. I need to reassign my research, so that means moving my stack. My frame rate seems to be going a bit. Yeah, I think my frame rate's gone. Yeah, this is my tech tree at the moment. I'm 30, so I've got 3 rows in it. I want some anti-zombie armour. There we go. But as you can see, you get different bonuses, different structures, different things like that. What's my frame rate running at? Yep, my frame rate has gone completely. That was a slight risk. My computer seems to be having a few problems lately. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I've shown you a little bit. I've shown you a quick attack. I've not actually killed any zombies, things like that. But yeah, I'm going to have to call the video there. I've given you a quick overview of my city and what's going on. Shown you what I've got. And that's really all the video is about. So, yeah. This is Iron Mark 3. This has been Rebuild 3. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you some other time.